Good morning. It's Rob from Harlem Lofts. How are you? We are out. It's July 2nd, Thursday. We're going to do our weekly update for everyone. We are now outside of our office here at Malcolm X Boulevard and Martin Luther King Boulevard in Harlem. We're expanding the outdoors since we've renovated the office to be COVID compliant. So hopefully you can join us here soon. So we're going to start with our weekly report here in a moment, but I wanted to remind everyone, if you go to harlemlofts.com to the resource page at the top, you'll see we have an event next Thursday. It's going to be a webinar until we can have groups again. It's going to be these reports that we've been doing for 12, 13 years now, and it's going to be the mid-year market report. It's going to be a direct comparison of the townhouse and condo market from last year to this year, every property. We have an entire research team working on it. It's going to be exciting. You can sign up again at harlemlofts.com. What else do we have? So today we're going to go over we'll skip the rentals today, and we're going to go straight into the townhouse market, which is holding its own. It's solid. We'll talk more about that. And the condo market is troubling. So we'll give you some more details on that now. Before we do, if you want to follow us on social media, we've also added a off-market, Harlem Lofts off-market Facebook page. You can see at the bottom of our website. Follow us on social media, our YouTube channel, follow us there. We're doing a lot more with that. It's just an easier way to directly communicate with you, and there's a lot of good information there, and we're pushing that area. So join us, and you'll get updates that are even more succinct than this one. All right, let's talk about townhouses. Townhouses. All right, so our research team has worked all morning on these charts that you'll see. They're going to pop up on the screen behind me. I've got some cheat notes. Basically, the townhouse market since March 15th has done the following. This year, if you look in red, you'll see that we've only had 11 sales. Compared that to 2019, you'll see that's in blue, 24 sales. 54% decline in properties sold for townhouses in Upper Manhattan compared to last year. The price volume, however, only dropped by 49%, which means the average sale price of the townhouses that closed this year is $200,000 more than last year. So again, we were on the recovery in January into February. The prices were better than they were last year, and then COVID-19 hit. So the closings that we've had, although they've been limited, are at a higher average sale price than last year. So let's go on what's on the market now. So basically the 2.2 was the average sale price of the townhouses last year in 2019 for this period, 2.4, 2,400,000 this year. So what's on the market now? We have, two closed last year at this time period, this past week through July 2nd, and 0 closed again this week. So if you look at the charts showing the blue is last year, red is this year, you'll see that towards the end here, we've had quite a few weeks that have gone with 0 closings on townhouses. So we definitely are seeing the effects, and that'll be in next week's seminar. What's on the market now? We have 65 properties on the market now, not us, but Upper Manhattan, all of the real estate brokers. Normally, again, it's around 90. So we had 65. Last week, we had 64. So you say, well, one is added. Well, actually, 3 new properties show listed this week since last Friday, but none of them are actually new. You've got 150 West 120th. That's a listing that was listed by another broker last year, and it's just been relaunched this week. That's a single family, or will be. 124 West 132nd. That was a listing that was listed a couple of times before with a different agency. They changed agencies. They just relaunched it this week, but it's the same agent. So the agent actually moved brokerages. We have a lot of information on both of these properties. And then there's one at 471 West 146. That launched 3 days ago, but that one's actually been on the market for about going on 2 years. And so it's a relaunch. So it looks like 3 new properties, but if you look at the history of them, they're all properties that were on the market back in 2019 and some of 2018. So where'd the other two properties go? Two properties went into contract last week, 6 Hancock Place and 266 West 132nd. Where we are now with those 65, we've got 6 above 4 million. We've got 22 between 3 and 4 million. We've got 25 that are listed between 2 and 3 million, and under 2 million, only 11. We talked about the discounts on these properties. It hasn't changed a whole lot. The most discounted properties are the properties between 2 and 3 million, and 3 and 4 million, and they have discounted their properties about 12.9%. The properties between 2 and 3 million, about 6%. So that's where the market's going. We are expecting more properties to hit the market, new properties. But I think what's happening now, I mentioned this in another seminar or another webinar here, the listing syndicating sites are allowing things that they never allowed before. They're allowing videos, they're allowing virtual tours, they're allowing a little bit of self-promotion that wasn't there before. So to get a property in market now actually takes a broker that's doing it properly longer than it used to, because you have a lot of people that have to come in and out of the property, and they have to go individually. So some of the properties that should be hitting the market now that are actually new properties, if they're good brokers, they're doing 3D floor plans, they're doing videos and things that we weren't allowed to do on the large syndicating sites previous to COVID-19. So there have been some changes. Some of the firms are adjusting quickly. I know we are, and that may be the delay in getting some of the new market properties on the market. So let's talk about condominiums now. All right, condo market. The condo market is the most interesting right now. It's not faring as well as the townhouse market, in our opinion, and we research it pretty deeply. So if you look at the charts behind me, in the blue again is 2019, in the red is going to be 2020. We had 97 sales during this period, this same period last year, and we had 31 sales for condos this year. That's a 68% decrease in the amount of sales. That's pretty substantial. But what makes it worse is the sales volume. If you look at the next chart, again, red or blue is 2019, red is 2020. Sales volume is down to 25 million. That's a 71% drop. And when you have a larger sales number or sales volume number than you do the drop in the number of sales, that means the average price of the units has come down. So the average price of a condo is considerably less this year than it was last year, and there were only 31 closings. Now, what makes it more important is we opened up last Monday, so 11 days ago, and here's what happened. We have 47 new condos have hit the market since they reopened Monday the 24th, I think it was. And actually, there's more than that. So if you look at the different sites, and we have to blend the sites because we go to different places, some public sites, some business-to-business sites. So right now we came up with 47 new listings, but some of those are not new listings. They're recycled. They were maybe a property that had launched last year, and they're relaunching it now. But the thing is, when they launch a property like that, you'll see 3 new listings when there's actually 20. So they only put 3 or 4 up at a time. So when you see 47 new properties listed and you look at that list and you drill down like we do, you'll see that 3 or 4 of those properties they have 20 more to hit the market. So it's really misrepresented. So right now, if you have 47 new properties at a minimum that have hit the market, inventory is going way up. Sales are completely, 68, 70% down from last year. This is the time to buy a condominium in Harlem, for sure. But then when you look at the actual condos and you take those 47 new properties and you drill down even further, you've got prices ranging from 700 a square foot to 1,800 a square foot, right? It's huge. Now, we can get into the details if you want to contact us. But the other thing that's you really got to pay attention to is some of the tax abatements that are in place are there with zero taxes, and some of the taxes are off the hook, crazy. And then the holding costs. We have holding costs below 200 in the couple that we're launching within a condo within a townhouse, which is very few of those. They are the most sought after, I believe. Those common charges are 200. So your holding costs, $2,400 a year versus another condo. If you look at the holding cost, is 12 to 1,400. So your holding cost is 19,000 a year just for the common charges. So when you're looking at condos, you really need someone to help you, or you need to really drill down on all these items, because your holding costs should definitely affect the sales price and should definitely reflect in the price per square foot. So the condo market is the most interesting, and you need to pay a lot of attention to it. And it's a good time for buyers in Harlem if they're paying attention to the condo market. So we'll talk about rentals and close out now. So again, I'm Rob Pear from Harlem Lofts here at Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Boulevard in the heart of Harlem. I hope you enjoyed our weekly update. To close out, go to harlemlofts.com, look at our resource tab. You definitely want to be attending the webinar. You can RSVP for it July 9th, next Thursday, 11 o'clock. That is our mid-year market report. We do these, been doing them for 20 years, and it's a lot of the team is in there working on it now. We'll have it completed for the mid-year, and we'll have a webinar and answer some questions and then send it out to you via email or print a copy for you. But that's going to be very important. Something else at the bottom of our website. Again, join us on social media. We have a new Harlem Lofts off-market property Facebook page we're working on, and I don't do the social media stuff, but I have someone helping with that, and just go there and start connecting, and I think you'll benefit from it. So everyone have a nice holiday 4th of July weekend this weekend. We're taking off tomorrow. So that's where we're doing our seminar today, and we look forward to updating you next Thursday. We'll be doing the webinar and our weekly update. So we'll see you then. Happy 4th.